Hi, everybody. It's Patrina Wisdom checking in from Lake Las Vegas. It's my birthday weekend, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys. I've been thinking for a while about adding video to my Wisdom Wednesdays, and I've been getting a lot of feedback that you all love it and that you're learning things, and that somehow, magically what I write actually is for you on certain days. So I really appreciate that feedback. I want to encourage everybody to continue sending me the emails and messages and letting me know that the Wisdom Wednesdays is in fact affecting you, because that's what keeps me going. I also want to encourage you guys to email me if you want to with content suggestions or things that you would just like to hear more about. So again, my email is patrina@patrinawisdom.com, and my website is patrinawisdom.com. So what I wanted to let you know is that I'm going to start adding video every week to our Wisdom Wednesdays. And in the video, we're going to just speak a little bit more extensively about the content of the Wisdom Wednesdays, but I also want to keep you updated on the different things that we have going on here at Patrina Wisdom LLC. So, what I want to announce right now is that aside from me stepping into the video world and being able to connect with you face to face, one sided, of course, on a weekly basis, I'm about to start launching Wine and Wisdom Wednesdays. And what that's going to be is a monthly event where we get together just to say hello, to build relationship, to talk, and just to stay connected. I've spent a lot of time and energy building my community and going to workshops and learning and experiencing things myself so that I can share it with you. And I just think it would be really nice to be able to sit down kneecap to kneecap in a social environment, sip on some wine, and really be able to say that we know each other intimately. So I'm going to be sending out information for my Hello Wine and Wine and Wisdom Wednesdays event very shortly, because the first one's going to be on December 19th in the evening at, I believe we decided, 7:30 p.m. So I hope that everyone who is within our area will come and say hi. All right, I really hope that you enjoyed today's Wisdom Wednesday. And I wanted to just touch on a couple of the points. Today's Wisdom Wednesday is 3 tips to awakening transformation. I really like this because I know for me it's been kind of a tough year, and I know for a lot of other people it's been pretty challenging as well. And so it really feels like the universe is calling us to big change. It's calling us to step into our purpose. It's calling us to really own who we are. And with change and with transformation comes a little bit of pain. So, tips to awakening transformation seemed like a timely topic, and I hope you get a lot from it. The first tip for this week is identify and decide. Identify the areas in your life that are not working and make a decision. Decide to change them. So, in other words, stop complaining and take action towards the change that it is that you're looking for in your own personal life. We need to take ownership of our successes, but we also need to take ownership of our failures or areas that we might have been able to make a better decision had we given it a little more thought. So the second tip for this week is stop playing the victim. So this is a tough one, right? Because sometimes we don't feel like we're playing the victim, but if you really sit down and reflect, you sometimes we know things up here, but it doesn't quite resonate yet in our hearts. So in our minds, we know, oh yeah, I create everything. Everything that happens in my world was created by me. But then on the other hand, it's hard sometimes to own that occasionally we feel like it's happening to us. So I really like to keep that awareness out there and remind myself and remind my clients and people that I speak to that we really do, whether it's a good outcome or a not so good outcome, we really are the creator of everything. So you must be specific with your intentions. It's not enough to say, I want to make a lot of money. One thing I'm learning is that you do have to be very specific, not necessarily on the how, but on exactly what it is that you want, because otherwise it might show up. It's just not showing up the way that you want it. More importantly, you must also be in alignment with what it is that you're asking for. And that one's kind of tricky because I know that a lot of us want a certain financial status, for instance, and yet our habits, where we are currently in our journey, may not be of someone who would be responsible with the money that we're asking for. So it's really important to self analyze, I suppose, to really go deep and look at where you are, the habits that you have, and if you are in alignment with whatever it is you're asking for, whether it's a certain career. Have you gotten the education? Have you done the research? Do you have enough background in that field of interest? Whether it's finances, am I fiscally responsible? Do I make good decisions, or do I spend all my money as soon as I get it? In relationships, a lot of us asking for love. We want love, right? And then when it's presented to us, are we ready to receive it? Or does that fear override the yearning to have that relationship and cause us to sabotage it? So that's all I'll say on that one for now. We're going to save something for later. But the third tip for this week is that it's not all about you. I know. We all think it is, or we want it to be, but in reality, it's not all about you. When you grow, the people around you are forced also to grow or go. So be sensitive to the process of those that are around you, and be willing also to release those who are no longer moving in the same energy. When we start to grow and change, when we're learning new things and where our vision is just broadening beyond what we normally would be able to visualize, the people around us actually start to feel uncomfortable because they've not been where you've been. They've not seen what you've seen. They've not gone to the workshops and read the books and got the coaching that you've gotten. They've not done the self-reflection necessarily. So it makes them uncomfortable because it kind of points out things in them where they feel a little insecure, like, wow, maybe I need to do some changing as well. So we definitely need to be sensitive to the communities in which we, cohabitate, our families, our friends, even our marriages and our relationships. It's really important to be sensitive to the fact that we're not always going to be moving in the same direction at the same time. And at that point, we have to really practice some self-love and take a stand and make decisions that are right for us, sometimes at the expense of a relationship. On that note, I just want to thank everybody for following me over the last year or two, and I just want to say that this really has been a year of transition and growth. And I'm very, very excited about the things that we have coming up in 2013. We're going to have events, we're going to have workshops, I'm going to be launching a retreat and teleclass series, and I just really am ready, finally, to engage with you all and be that inspiration, that support, that guidance that you need in the tough times. So thanks again. Visit my new website, patrinawisdom.com. Email me with questions, comments. Your feedback is always welcomed at patrina@patrina at patrinawisdom.com. Oh, and by the way, we're in the process of switching over to a new software. So some of your emails are going to look different, and you might also get some requests to re-opt in to our mailing list. So please be patient, and again, if there are some things that need changing, feel free to let me know. All right? Have a fantastic day, Wisdom Wednesday once again, and I will see you next week.